but her work is there being recognized. So Rotary's education initiative are bridging gap and opening doors of opportunity. From scholarship and student support in school infrastructure upgrades, learning materials, and digital education initiatives, these projects are enabling thousands of children to pursue their dreams. By investing in education, Rotary is shaping not just individuals, but the future of entire community. So thank you, Nargis, wherever you are, for leading this project. Urban Vocational Upliftment. This is a new initiative. In fact, our DG has just created this avenue for a wonderful project. And what is this? This is involving economy, skill at a new height. The Urban Vocational Uplift Project led by Rotarian Rajendran Unnikrishnan. Rajendran, are you here? Yeah, thank you, Rajendra. This focuses on creating employability and economic dignity. Through vocational training, certification program, and skill-based education, this initiative empowers youth and is from urban, undeserved communities to achieve financial independence. These projects perfectly align with Rotary's focus on economic and community services, transforming lives through sustainable livelihoods. So thank you, Rajendra, for doing this wonderful job. And our next point is what we are talking about, the environment. So environmental stewardship is no longer a choice, it's a responsibility. Under the leadership of Rotarian Rajesh Chaudhary, Rajesh, please rise and get recognized. Are you here? Rotary's environmental initiatives are making a visible impact. Tree plantation, water conservation, waste management, sustainability awareness, and eco-restoration projects are nurturing a culture of environmental responsibility. Thank you, Rajesh, for doing the great job. Now, learning initiatives. So, yeah, of course, learning is the exercise. It's a rather running exercise. Every day we are doing a lot of learning in Rotary, particularly about the Rotary and its values. So the continuous learning is essential for growth. The learning initiatives led by PDG Sandeep Agarwala, who is now in Phukok today. So we are missing you, Sandeep, but of course we recognize your efforts. And his team, Sunil Haribal, Sanjeev Gandhi and Viren Goyal, please rise and get recognized. So they are the pillars of Rotary training, whether it is our pre-pels or whether it is any other vocational, any other program, what we carried on in the Rotary, and this is being done since last 1.5 years, and it's going on till end of June. So yes, this team is there, carrying on a lot of program and going to help district and Rotary. Through seminars, workshops, leadership forums, and through leadership sessions, Rotarians are encouraged to remain informed, inspired, and future-ready. A learning Rotary is a growing Rotary, and these initiatives ensure we evolve with changing time while remaining rooted in Rotary values. And in the same line of learning, we have a Rotary Leadership Institute, RLI, which is headed by Rotarian Pankaj Bora. Pankaj, please rise and get recognized. No? Okay. At the core of Rotary's success lies strong relationship. The Rotary Leadership Institute, under the capable stewardship of Rotarian Pankaj Bora, plays a pivotal role in nurturing future Rotary leaders. Through structured learning models, interactive discussion, and experiential training, RLI equips Rotarians with the deeper Rotary knowledge, leadership skills, and ethical grounding. Strong clubs build strong districts, and RLI continues to be the backbone of the Rotary's leadership development. Thank you, Pankaj, wherever you are. So now I'll be talking about two very different and important projects. And to start with one, I'll be talking about the Masik Chakra. Now, yes, I think you can just continue, please. So one of the Rotary's most impactful and sensitive initiatives is Masik Chakra, led by Rotarian Shruti Dharamshi. Shruti, I think you are here. Please rise and get recognized. This project addresses menstrual hygiene, awareness and dignity among adolescent girls and women, particularly school-going girls, breaking taboos and improving health outcomes through education session, access to hygienic products, and community engagement. Masik Chakra empowers women with knowledge, confidence, and dignity. Thank you, Shruti. You are doing a wonderful job. Please continue. Yeah. Here is Shruti. A big clap for her. And the next one, of course, I think Manish has touched it, but at the cost of repetition, I will talk about Rotary Service Week. So friends, in November, 8 days, we have 8 projects done by 122 clubs and 6,700 odd Rotarians. You can just imagine the impact these projects have created. And I mean, the wonderful and the silver lining on it, that President Francesco has been here and attended couple of such projects and programs. And of course, 2 of them are, this our Happy Street, where he had gone there and danced with the people and enjoy that what we are doing. We are the happy people. So we have gone to the Happy Street. And of course, this pink auto distribution, which was held, and I think that day we inaugurated this distribution of pink auto in his presence. So there are a lot of things we have done, and this initiative is being led by, again, none other than our Indumati Gopinathan. Please rise, and Rajendran Unikrishnan. Yeah, thank you so much, both of you, for doing this excellent work you have done. And please continue to, do something similar activities. So in conclusion, friends, when we look these initiatives, of course, these are not the complete one what I'm talking. This could be a part of it. So in fact, we have here tried to show you about close to 100 projects, snapshots, and maybe by 60 clubs. So this could be only 20% or 30% of the work I could show you, but much more has been done. So Rotary District 3141 is creating impact across every dimension of society: rural and urban, education and environment, leadership and livelihood, health and dignity. These are the core what we have tried to touch. These are the only few projects, and each project is a testament to teamwork, vision, and the unwavering dedication of our Rotarians and project leaders, what I was just talking about. Together, we are not merely implementing projects, we are building hope, restoring dignity, and shaping a better future. Let's continue to serve with passion, lead with integrity, and strengthen Rotary's role as a force for good in the world. So thank you so much. Please continue doing these projects and sending to us.
Thank you very much, KKG.
Thank you.
And just to let you know, at the cost of being repetitive, KKG has been a real backbone for this conference. Please give him a big hand for that one. You must have seen enough videos of telebotics delivering some lethal weapons to eliminate the enemies. But yes, drones also do some good job. they also deliver and save lives. Today we have a very unique way of opening up an app which will be delivered in a completely different, unseen, unheard of, never before. And what are we going to unfurl? We will be unfurling two apps. One, Rotary Internship Employment Program, and two, Rotary Marriage Application or app. When Hitler started his Second World War, he made everybody believe that they are a part and parcel of Aryans, and they are blue-blooded Aryans. Rotary believes in the same thing. Rotarians marry Rotarians' kids, blue-blooded Rotarians. May I please call upon both the dignitaries on the stage and let the act begin. Can we have the clicker to open the app?
From orbit to origin, from signal to command, one name connects the system. Telebortics.
India stands at the
behind
threshold
you.
of a new era.
Happening something Telebortics has been doing to deliver lethal
Where the
weapons.
future is built not
Look
on
behind
roads
you.
only, but above them.
Please witness something which has never happened before.
India stands at the threshold of a new era.
Telebortics not only
An
delivers
era
lethal
where
weapons,
security,
but saves
logistics
lives.
and sovereignty demand new pathways.
A big hand to Telebortics, their support to district conference, and a very unique way of delivering the remote to open the app. और एक भी आ रहा है ना, मैरिज ऐप का क्या होगा? शादी कैसी होगी लोगों की? ये खोलने के लिए टेलीबोटिक्स ने कुछ नहीं किया. They have not helped you in. Oh my goodness. सिंघानिया साहब, वो थोड़ा खोलने के लिए थोड़ा यूजर फ्रेंडली किया करो. ये बंद करके रख दिए बेचारे. So, Mr. Singhania, please rise and get recognized. This is the gentleman who is handling Telebortics, and it is his initiative which is making this nation proud. And today, we are proud of the way that he has delivered a remote. Rupen, Dushi, would you like to quickly say something about the Rotary Internship and Employment Program? I will, don't worry. You don't have to shout and scream from.
Friends, now at the hands of our RI President's representative, our director, Daniel Tanase, we are going to now launch the RIEP app. Please launch it. Yeah. Shubham? Yeah. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Come on.
Wow.
Friends, it is our pleasure that this app is being launched at the hands of our Rotary International President's representative, our director. And friends, this is a very simple app. We want Rotaractors and children of Rotarians to get internship at the business premises and businesses of Rotarians. We want that at this young age, they should learn the best practices in business and integrity both. And that is the reason this app is launched. And friends, this app named Safal is being supported by Rotary Club of Bombay Pier under the leadership of Rupen Doshi. Rupen, stage is all yours.
Yeah, thank you. So what we are trying to do is essentially connect all Rotarians, at least in our district to start with, for the purpose of business and internship and employment for their families. So for example, so this is how the app works. This is small print, but once you log into the app, you will know that there is an option, a module for business and a module for internship and employment. For example, if a Rotarian needs interns in his office, and he puts up on the app, he puts up a note for a sales intern, then Rotarians, family members, your nephews, nieces, Rotractors can apply for that internship, and vice versa. If I am a Rotractor looking for a legal internship, then I can see what legal internship or employment positions are put up on the app, and we will match the two. Similarly for business. For business, let's say you're looking for a wedding planner, and you type that on the app, then 15 wedding planners' names will come up, all Rotarians or their partners, and you choose whom you want to do business with. So the app will connect you to the prospective vendor or principal, and you choose to do business with them. So this will connect the Rotary family further, bonds will be built. And remember guys, we already trust each other because we're all Rotarians. So this thing can work. What you have to do really is, you have to, very simple, go to the app or Play Store, download this app, it's called Rotary Zone 4567. Log in with all your details. Every detail of yours has to be entered, and the rest we'll take care of.
And friends, you all are aware that Rupen is a past president. Once he gets the mic, he won't leave it. The time he had, only 2 minutes. Thank you so much, Rupen, for the launch. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Can we
have
launch the second app?
We have the second app now, friends, and I would request Dharmendra Gursahani and team of Bombay Cosmopolis to come up. Friends, a very unique app. Can you please join us over here? Yeah. And friends, this is a phenomenal idea by Dharmendra Gursahani, Pia Bagi.
And a shared life.
And
For
where is my
parents, it
President
is pure
Pushkar?
joy. The joy
No
of seeing
worries.
their child settle, happy and secure. For two hearts, it is companionship for life. A promise of support, respect and togetherness. And every dream needs trust to become reality. Rotary Matchmakers brings these dreams to life through a verified network of Rotarians. A platform built on values, integrity and shared purpose. Because when the right match is found, joy reaches families, friends and the next generation. Rotary Matchmakers, turning dreams into lifelong companionship.
Thank you.
Thank you. So good afternoon, friends. On behalf of Rotary Club of Bombay Cosmopolis, as you already seen, we are very proud to announce for the very first time Rotary in India, we are announcing Rotary Matchmaker, which is a matrimonial ad dedicated to the Rotary community in India. There are about 1.60 lakhs Rotarians in India, I believe, and if 1.60 lakh families, then you can talk about the families, and we multiply that by 4, we are talking about the number of families that this will be complete. This is going to be our target audience. I must say this could not have been possible without the blessing and support of DG Manish, who's been very encouraging from the very beginning, and he's been doing the hand-holding for us. We all know we get married in life. You get married once, and to choose the trusted partner is the most important decision of your life. And so we kind of ease that decision. Of course, the second most important decision is to be a Rotarian. The first is that. Needless to say, as Rupen said, finding a Rotarian as a bride or a bridegroom will ensure trust, faith and integrity, which is the tagline of all Rotary, which comes automatically being a Rotarian. The entire process for registration, creating a profile, making the search and connecting is done through a verified and is a secure platform. So friends, the app is going to be ready on the 29th of March. We will connect with you through various digital platforms like WhatsApp and all that. But in simple way, I'll just explain to you, the moment you anybody wants to log in, say Chetan Desai wants to get his son married, his son can use Chetan Desai's Rotary registration number, put in the registration number. Automatically an OTP will go to Chetan, knowing that somebody's using his number, and he's a verified. Then it's already verified. So then the process can, of course, from the beginning to the end. So this can be connected to all the Rotarians throughout the country. So if anybody who's got any in the family, any daughters or sons who get married, I promise you, this will make it very easy. And we all know we all need that somewhere in the family. We all need that. We all got large families. So this app is currently under development. By 29th of March, we'll get back to you and we will connect with you. And again, as Rupen said, this will increase the bonding of all Rotarians within the Rotary family again. Thank you very much for all your... Thank you.
Dharam, thank you. We could have a nice, lovely handshake with the director over here. Dharam,
And,
we also
just,
wanted to ask you, do you take any responsibility for the marriages?
No, Dharmendra, I have got a very
Friends,
young...
a very good question. The moment you fill the registration, we have a big disclaimer over there that we do not take any responsibility for anybody.
Dharmendra,
Second, what is the amount they have to pay for registration?
So we have almost decided that for a year, if you're it's going to be a time frame. So if you're going to for 13,000, it's going to for 2 years. Your registration will be there for 2 years. But if you want that to be for 1 year, it will be of 9,000 rupees, including GST.
Dharmendra, I have got a
Friends,
question for you.
what they have said is that they are not going to make this as an app for getting business or earn. Dharmendra and Pia and Pushkar have committed that they are going to conduct 50 free cataract surgeries by the funds that they are going to generate. Big round of applause for Bombay Cosmopolis, friends. And a handshake with our director.
Dharmendra, yes, I've got a son who is dark, tall and handsome as I am, marriageable. Is there a provision for crowdfunding for his marriage in this?
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, somebody whom we have been waiting for since morning has come specially for us to share his thoughts with us. How many of you, as I asked you in the morning, would like to hear Anand Ranganathan in person? I didn't hear you. I've gone deaf. I really have not heard you yet. Ranganathan साहब जरा खड़े रह के बताइए कि आप आए हो यहाँ. There he is. Give him a big hand. Can we have his AV introduction?
Age of specialization,
Yes, sir.
rare is the mind that masters both science and public discourse. By profession, he is a scientist of precision. As professor at the Special Center for Molecular Medicine, JNU, he leads critical research on tuberculosis and malaria. Beyond the laboratory, he is a prolific author and a fearless public intellectual, known for clarity, facts, and wit across national media. A bridge between academia and the public square, a scientist, storyteller, and truth seeker. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dr. Anand Ranganathan.
Come, sir. What a pleasure to have you. And the app that has been released just recently by Rupen, the details are right behind at the stall. A big hand to him. Thank you. It's all yours.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone. It's such an absolute pleasure to be here. Not just a pleasure, but an express honor as well. It's almost coming back to the family. And I'd really like to believe that the kind of work that Rotary has done, not just internationally, but as someone just mentioned, almost 2 million Rotarians in India, the kind of work that they themselves have done. If anyone had any sense out there, Rotary as an organization should have got the Nobel Prize. But then there would have been a problem because then Trump would have wanted to steal it. Trump कहते मुझे चाहिए, उसमें वो tariff लगा देते फिर. So then we would have had to negotiate 15% tariffs extra for Trump not to steal that. No, but honestly, it's just remarkable. So I want to thank you as an Indian and as a citizen of the world for the amazing job that Rotary has done. And why blame the Nobel Prize committee? Let me give you an example of what just happened a couple of weeks ago. A man literally saved a government, Indian government, from collapsing in a no-confidence motion a couple of decades ago. And for that, he accepted 50 lakh rupees as bribe. He confessed to it. In fact, the case was so open and shut that the judge at a high court ordered that that bribe be taxed. It was so open. The fight was, no, my lord, I will not let you tax my bribe. The judge said, no, it must be taxed. The matter went to the Supreme Court. And the Supreme Court adjudicated, yes, this man is guilty as hell. But he cannot be convicted because taking and receiving bribes comes under parliament privilege. This is the Supreme Court judgment that thankfully has been overturned now. So the Supreme Court said we cannot convict him because he accepted the bribe in Parliament and he has the parliamentary immunity through Article 105. That man was given Padma Bhushan 2 weeks ago. This is the country that we live in, where someone who saved the government through nefarious means was awarded, and someone, an organization that has literally saved millions of lives, has not been recognized by us. So it is a shame, but at the same time, I want each and every Rotarian to know that Indians love you and admire all the work that you do. So thank you. It is not just an honor and a privilege, it is a pilgrimage for me to come here. But when Sharad ji extended that invitation to me, I said, Sharad ji, there is a problem. He said, what is it? I said, I'm always only invited once to any gathering. He said, what do you mean? I don't understand. So I gave him this example. I said, there was a debate about a year ago in Kolkata, and I was invited to it, and the topic of the debate was media as a watchdog. And my turn came, and I said, media as a watchdog? What are you talking about? Media as a lapdog. You guys accept money for the news that you print. You shameless propagandists. Mostly you peddle fake news, and when you're caught, then you publish an apology on page 17, bottom left corner. And this is true, especially in Bengal. Whatever Didi tells you to publish, you publish, and she pays you for it. And sometimes she pays you for not publishing a news that is harmful to her. So you're not. And the worst culprit is the Telegraph newspaper. You're not watchdogs, you're lapdogs. I didn't know the debate was sponsored by Telegraph. Wahan se main bhaga, and because it was Didi territory, people were telling, sir, there is 15 minutes to your flight. Sir, 10 minutes to your flight. But luckily, so I said, this is my problem, Sharad ji. He said, no, don't worry. We are Rotarians. Come and speak your mind. So, ladies and gentlemen, here I am, determined not to be called again. But whatever time I have, I think 30 minutes. We have a very strict master of ceremony, so I cannot, yeah, there he is. He won't even extend 30 extra seconds to me that I normally get for my TV debates. But I want to talk about something that's very important and has been bugging me and my mind for a long time, by which I mean at least a year. Because this phrase, and we've heard this phrase, in fact, since morning at least half a dozen times, Viksit Bharat, India at 2047. All of us dream that India would be a developed country, and we've kind of fructified the time frame, and we believe India would be a developed country or Viksit by 2047. Well, it's all very well to dream something. It's all very well to draw out or chart out a timeline for it. But I firmly believe unless we understand what are the fundamentals of success, what defines what success is, how to achieve it, I'm afraid it would be a very long journey and it might not finish by the time we want it to finish. And as the adage goes, success hides failures. Generally, the people, when they taste success, they don't want to talk about their failures. And if they're politicians, they never ever want to talk about their failures. But at the core of becoming successful lies some fundamentals. Who defines it? How do you define it? Not just in a person, not just in that person's organization or where he works for, not just in that city, not just in that country. Unless we understand what those fundamentals are, how would we know that we've been successful? But then some of you may ask, well, haven't we been successful since we attained independence? Well, there are parameters for it. And let me chart out a few. Yes, I think, yes, we have been successful. Let me give you a few parameters. In 1947, when we attained independence, our life expectancy was 32 years. Today it is upwards of 76 years. In 1947, when we attained independence and some of you were, or people were 32 years, they said, well, I could pop off any moment and I'll be satisfied because I've lived out my full life, 32 years. So yes, we've tasted success. In 1947, when we got independence, our literacy rate was 12%. Today it is upwards of 82%. Our poverty rate was 71.5%. Today it is 4.5%. And the most troubling, in 1947, our IMR or infant mortality rate was 160. That means out of 1,000 babies born in 1947, as many as 160 did not live to see 1 year. Today it is 24. And in some states like Kerala, it is better than even some European countries. It is 6 or 7. So yes, I would say we've tasted success. We've seen what the fundamentals are and we've been a relatively successful country. And if you were to scrunch the timeline even further, not 75 years, but the last 10 years, then I would say we've been stunningly successful. Let me give you a few parameters. In 2014, 10 years ago roughly, 29% of Indian population was multidimensionally poor. That's the new metric that people use to define what poverty is. That contains human HDI parameters, health, wealth, prosperity, economic prosperity, so on and so forth. 10 years later, right now, only 11% of Indian population is multidimensionally poor. In the last 10 years, we have literally pulled 260 million Indians out of abject poverty. I would say that is stunningly successful. 10 years ago, our GDP per capita was $1,500. Today it is $2,700. Some say it is going to cross $3,000, almost doubled. And if you look at the PPP GDP per capita, it is more than doubled. So yes, I would say that is stunningly successful. 10 years ago, our foreign exchange reserves were $300 billion. Today it is $706 billion, highest ever, more than doubled. 10 years ago, we had 21,000 kilometers of railway lines electrified. Today it is 67,000 kilometers of railway lines electrified. We had 74 airports 10 years ago. We have 155 airports today. Only 5 cities had metros. Today 20 cities have metros. Our electronics exports were $7 billion. Today it is $26 billion. We had, and the wealth generators and wealth creators amongst you would appreciate this. 10 years ago, our AUMs or assets under management in mutual funds were 9 lakh crores. Today it is 70 lakh crores. From 9 lakhs to 70 lakhs, I would say that is stunningly successful. Our solar installation capacity was 2 gigawatts. 2 weeks ago, we crossed 100 gigawatts. And some of the youngsters amongst you, that is not to exclude anybody, all of you are looking young. We had 350 startups 10 years ago. Today we have 130,000 startups. So yes, not just relative success, we've tasted stunning success. And if you were to scrunch the timeline even further, Not just 75 years, not 10 years, but the last 1 year. I would say we've been spectacularly successful. I'll give you a few parameters. Our GST collections has been the highest ever in the last 1 year. And by highest ever, I mean since records began, $270 billion. Number of vehicle sales have been the highest ever since records began, 25 million. Number of jobs created have been the highest ever, 46 million. Number of income tax pays have been the highest ever, 104 million. PMI manufacturing has been the highest ever, 59.4. And when you talk of lowest ever, our inflation has been the lowest ever at 0.3%. RBI is worried. The inflation should not be so low. Elections used to be fought on महंगाई. यहाँ तो महंगाई की problem हो गई है. महंगाई थोड़ी ऊपर होनी चाहिए. Our central government debt to GDP ratio is at a 5-year low of 53%. And our Sensex is the highest ever at 86,000. So not just relative success, not just stunning success, we've tasted spectacular success. And some of you might be thinking, what's this guy talking about? Fundamentals of success, glass half full, glass half empty. Of course, we've been successful. We know what the fundamentals are. We are going to attain Viksit Bharat by 2047. And then I tell you, if all that is true, and it is true, then why is it that till today 120 million Indians live on 60 rupees a day? Why is it that till today 150 million Indian children are out of school? Why is it that till today 34% of all Indian infants under 5 are chronically malnourished and stunted? Why is it that 20% of all poor Indian children have never been vaccinated? Why is it that 8.5 million Indian children are engaged in child labor? Why is it that 18 million Indians till today are in bonded labor? Why is it that 55% of India is without internet connectivity? Why is it that only 2% of Indians, adult Indians, pay tax? In the UK it is 66%. Why is it that India is ranked 111th in World Hunger Index? And why is it that our GDP per capita rank is 136th, behind even Sri Lanka, until a few months ago behind even Bangladesh? So clearly, while we have tasted success, the other side is also true. And if we don't realize why is this happening, then I'm afraid we will not be able to take off at what I call the inflection point, because we have been at these inflection points before, and right now we are at an inflection point, we are. But I don't want history to repeat itself. I don't want the pilot to taxi around the runway for 15 minutes and they say, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry, there's a snag, and park by the hangar, because that has happened before in 1990 famously. And I put it to you that this is the case because we believe that we are huffing and puffing going somewhere, but we are right now on a treadmill. And the problem with treadmill is if you don't show the bottom half, it actually gives the impression that you are going somewhere, but ultimately your displacement is zero. So what I want us to do is to hop on from the treadmill to the travelator. And for doing that, we need to understand where we are going wrong. Where we've gone right, that's brilliant, but we need to correct where we've gone wrong. And I believe the fundamentals of success are defined by just one word: to realize the confusion. And I put it to you that we as a state and we as a citizenry are confused about what our role should be. What should be the role of the state and what should be the role of the citizen? I will illustrate this with an example. If I were to ask you, can you tell me just one government or state policy since independence, just one, that has helped our economy grow the most? Just one policy, anyone. The most common one that comes to mind is economic liberalization. Absolutely right, that's the correct answer. Had we not undertaken economic liberalization in 1990, we wouldn't be where we are right now. In fact, when I talked about right now, our foreign exchange reserves are $706 billion. In 1990, they dwindled down to $3 billion. We mortgaged 67 tons of our gold. We loaded them onto ships. The ships were about to dock at the Bank of England. That is how we recovered. So yes, absolutely true. Any other, just one policy that has helped our economy grow the most? Yes, the GST, absolutely correct. GST has helped us. Somebody loves the tax out here. Let me contact Ms. Sitaraman and tell her your name and address would be very helpful. Anything else? Digital India, absolutely. You know, we've transformed not just India, the way we do transactions, but billions, hundreds of billions of transactions is transforming the world. This is truly a gift that India has given, not just to Indians, to the world, yes. But did you notice all of you gave the correct answers, but then had framed the question in such a way that all your answers are related to economy and finance? What if I were to tell you that the one policy since independence that has helped our economy grow the most has got nothing to do with finance or economy? It is the midday meal scheme. Every single day, 130 million Indian children go to school. Every single day, 130 million Indian children. And their parents send them to school so that they may get wiser, a great education, but more importantly, they may get healthier. They may get a nutritious lunch, which today is mandated by our Supreme Court to be of minimum of 430 kilocalories every single day. And the man who thought of this and implemented it, K. Kamaraj, never even went to school. That is why, ladies and gentlemen, when people of our socio-economic strata believe, oh, we need a politician who's an undergraduate, graduate, a doctor, engineer, economist, MBA, think again. Here was a man who implemented something that has helped our nation grow the most, and he never even went to school. So K. Kamaraj, not just one thank, but 130 million thanks to you. And that right there is the role of the state. The role of the state is to create a healthier, wealthier, wiser, more adaptable, more flexible workforce. The role of the state is not to use that workforce. The role of the state is to create it and then give it to you, the wealth creators, for you to use it. And I have time to illustrate with just maybe a couple of examples why the state is doing exactly the opposite. And that is why the state is confused about what its role is. Now, when I talked about a healthier, wealthier, wiser, more adaptable, more flexible workforce, I've made 4 compartments. Let me go through a couple of them, starting backwards. A more adaptable, more flexible workforce. That should be the role of the state. Did you know that 44% of Indian labor force or workforce, 44%, is involved in agriculture, a sector that contributes only 13.5% to 14% to our GDP, where everything from production to purchase is medieval. In the West, it is not more than 2% of the workforce. Even in developing economies who are aspiring to become developed or middle-income economies, it's not more than 3.5%. In India, 44% of our active labor force of 600 million, some say it's 585 million, some put the figure to 615 million on average. 600 million Indians is our labor force. 44%, almost 250, 260 million Indians are involved in this sector that is contributing pitifully to the Indian economy. And we are dreaming of Viksit Bharat. Now, let me break this sector down because it's very important. Many times, people from our strata don't even blink an eye as to what is happening in this sector. We don't even realize that half of our workforce is involved in this sector. That there are things that are wrong that need to be corrected, and if they're not corrected, we are not going to become developed. So let me break it down into what we produce and where we produce. And that would make it very easier for us to analyze how adaptive, how flexible we are. How when the West uses only 2% of its labor force, we are using 44% of it, contributing pitifully to the GDP. Did you know that 70 million hectares of Indian agricultural land, that's almost 40 to 42% of all available Indian agricultural land, 70 million hectares has been either completely or wholly, substantially damaged in the last 6 years by floods and droughts. 35% of Indian agriculture is completely dependent on the monsoon. 82% of all farmers and croplands are not insured till today. 110,000 farmers have committed suicide in the last 10 years. Do you know of any sector of our economy where so many people who are involved in it have committed suicide? I know every suicide is a tragedy. And in the IT sector, if there is a suicide, of course it is tragic. But the news runs for a week. People go into details as to why that person committed suicide. What were the reasons? Sociological reasons, family reasons, office reasons. Out here, 110,000 people have committed suicide and don't even blink an eye. Now let me come to what India produces. India is the world's second largest producer of sugarcane. Every year we produce 500 billion kilograms of sugarcane. Now the thing with sugarcane is that it is a very water intensive crop. It requires only 9% of arable land but 74% of irrigable water. In fact, the water that is required to produce 500 billion kilograms of sugarcane is 1 quadrillion liters. I didn't even know the word quadrillion existed. I thought things finished after a trillion. So I've put it in perspective for you. That's the amount of water that is present in 10 Ganga Sagar dams. That's the amount of water that we use to grow 500 billion kilograms of sugarcane. And sugar prices, they have halved in the last 7 years. And yet, every politician, down from the president to the prime minister to every political party, keeps on increasing the MSP equivalent of sugarcane to placate the farmers, keeps feeling proud that we want you to grow more and more and more of the sugarcane. One politician decided it is unacceptable. And as it happens, he said it is unacceptable when he was the chief minister first time round, and right now he is again the chief minister of Maharashtra. I talk of Dev Fadnavis. First time round he said, from now on, anyone wanting to grow sugarcane would have to take government permission for it. And that's a masterstroke, because in this country we know, if you don't want anything done, just put in this rider that take government permission. In 3 months, he went back on the order. I won't name the politician who forced him to go back on the order. This country has given him this nation's second highest award, and he runs the liquor industry, and molasses is the byproduct of sugarcane industry that you require. This is the role of the state. This is how you are fulfilling the role. We don't have enough water to drink. India's water capacity, or you can say water availability per capita, has reduced by 50% in the last 44 years, from 3,000 cubic meters to 1,450 cubic meters. The United Nations defines 1,750 cubic meters as water required per capita for civilized living. So we are officially uncivilized right now. We are running water trains from drought areas, flood areas to drought areas. We should be linking rivers. In fact, Supreme Court, 5 benches, 7 governments cutting across party lines in the last 35 years have mandated that India needs to link 30 rivers. And yet the first river linking project was recently inaugurated only a year ago by the Prime Minister. Today, 78% of all river water in the monsoon goes waste into the ocean. 3,200 billion cubic feet of Godavari river goes waste into the ocean. What is the water requirement for the entire state of Tamil Nadu? 1,800 billion cubic feet. How much goes waste? 3,200 billion cubic feet. Is this what the role of the state should be? What have we been doing? Well, it's not that we've been just sitting pretty. We now have the Narmada Dam, which is the pride of the country, rightly so. And today, Narmada Dam project lights up 2.5 million homes, gives them power, gives water, tap water to 33 million homes, and irrigates 2.5 million hectares of land across 5 states. But here is the thing. The Narmada Dam project foundation was laid by Jawaharlal Nehru. It was inaugurated by Narendra Modi. It has taken 50 years for us to fulfill this project. Is this what the state is doing? Now let me very quickly come to what we produce. India produces 4,500 kilograms per hectare of rice, which is 50% of what any rice growing economy or optimal rice to be gotten out of a hectare of land, 50%. And when it comes to maize, it is 25% of what we get optimally, because we are using outdated technology. Sometimes we're not using technology at all. and of what we are using, it is laced with poison. India is the world's second largest consumer of chemical pesticide. Every year we consume 60,000 tons of chemical pesticides. Every year 30,000 Indians die of pesticide poisoning. India's food export refusal rate is one of the highest in the world, 7 times higher than China. People don't want to buy the food that we produce. Forget about foreign countries. Even states inside India, forget about antagonistic state governments, even friendly state governments don't want to buy each other's food. Recently, Karnataka refused Punjab rice, and they are both governments that are allies politically. You've heard of cancer trains that run 3 times a week from Punjab to Rajasthan. This is the situation we have. 70 million tons of Indian agricultural produce goes waste every year. 30% of all fruits and vegetables that India grows goes waste every year. This is the situation right now. And 3 laws would have changed it when I talk about the role of the state. And one man decided, I'm going to bring those 3 laws. And that man was Narendra Modi. And he ushered in what would have been, what was, at least for 1 year, India's greatest reform since independence. Because yes, reforms are required, but most times reform actually target 5 million, 10 million of the workforce. Here, there were reforms that were targeting half our workforce, 300 million. And then through them, 82% of all Indian households that directly live off or indirectly off the Indian agriculture. And he would have thought, they are the easiest reforms to bring. You know why? Because he didn't promise them. The opposition promised them. BJP never promised these 3 reforms. They were verbatim in the election manifesto of all the opposition parties, starting from giving the farmers not just APMCs to sell their produce, government marketplaces, but private marketplaces. The second one, to do away with the Essential Commodity Act emergency provision so that people could set up these large state-of-the-art godowns where you could store perishable material. Right now, they just dump it onto the streets. You've seen those terrible sites where farmers are dumping tens of thousands of tons of their even now milk is started to be dumped on the streets. And the third was contract farming. These are the bedrocks of how business is conducted. You give the producer a choice, you give the consumer a choice. But alas, the moment he brought them, all hell broke loose. Everyone said these are black laws, take them back. The nation came to a standstill. Parliament was rocked. The streets were jammed. Highways were laid siege on. This nation suffered an economic loss of 3,500 crores every day for the whole year until the laws were taken back. But it's not a question of politicians reneging. The tragedy is the Supreme Court reneged because the Supreme Court asked, all we see are the 2.5 million people who are against the farm laws. Where are the people who are for the farm laws? Such a tragic statement was made by our Supreme Court is shameful indeed. Because what did the Supreme Court want? That all those 300 million farmers who are actually producing something, working to make India prosperous, drop everything, whatever they're doing in the far-flung areas of Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Telangana, stop growing rice, wheat, whatever, hop on to the next bullock cart or bus or train and come to the Supreme Court and say, yes, my lord, we are for the farm reforms. No. That is how democracy does not work. That is how anarchy works. And that is what the role of the state has come to. That we are looking at our own private motives, our own vote bank, our own political patronage instead of what the state should be doing. Let me take another example because now I'm intent upon never being called again, and I absolutely loved the session that I attended where exalted luminaries were sitting here and their words of wisdoms were inspirational, starting from the army chief to so many majors of pharma industry, to bank chairpersons, to Mr. Ronnie Screwvala. What they said was inspirational. But then I asked them, when the, I don't know whether the gentleman is still here, Mr. Bhatt, the SBI chief, he said he transformed the SBI. The only way you can transform a public sector bank is to sell it. What are we trying to do here? Are we trying to reinvent the wheel? Do we not know that any company that has been run by the state over the last century, not just the company has been destroyed, but the state has been destroyed. from Soviet Union to Venezuela to Cuba. Socialism cannot work, state control cannot work, because the sense of competition is lost, the sense of belonging is lost. There is monopolies that comes on. Are we going back to the days of license Raj and ambassadors and Campa Cola? Why is the government running 1830 public sector units? Most of them are loss-making, 400 of them are non-functional. They're not producing what they're supposed to produce. And yet 20% of our annual allocated budget, which Ms. Sitaraman allocated just a week ago, 20%, 9.5 lakh crores goes in propping up these sick public sector units. And I asked Mr. Bhatt, why is the government running a bank that ratcheted up the combined PSU NPAs in the last 10 years is 12 lakh crores? And yes, with a sleight of hand, we have not waved them off, we've written them off. But how much of that have we gotten back? Not even 10%, or in fact 11%. 10 lakh crores is as good as gone. Who is accountable for giving lakhs of crores of our taxpayers' money and savings onto Vijay Mallya? What about PNB? 10,500 crore scams. In the last 10 years, the public sector banks have been defrauded to the tune of 87,000 crores. I'm not saying private banks are not defrauded, but that's private, that's not our taxpayers' money. Government cannot run things. And you know, the greatest thing ever said by a political leader in India was said in 2013, when Narendra Modi said, a government has no business to be in business. And he repeated it in 2015, in 2019, 2021. And I said, finally somebody said what needed to be said. But unfortunately, what all his government has done in the last 10 years is to be in the business of running businesses. Right now, the government is running 495 hotels. All of them are loss-making. The only time they make some money is when they have to ferry politicians from one political party to another कि इधर छोड़ के ना चले जाएं. Is there anybody in this audience who would say, yes, the government was doing great running Air India, had a debt of 75,000 crores? How would you transform Air India? Do you think nobody tried to transform Air India? Do you think nobody tried to transform HMT or government making mixer grinders or scooters or pharmaceutical companies? When will we learn from our failed experiments? I'm afraid we won't, because every failed experiment has a political patronage and a political vote bank. And that right here is the role of the state that is so confused. Because if India has to go forward, if India has to move forward, it has to realize that the real wealth can be created only not by the state, but by the wealth creators, that is you. Not the state, but you. The state's role is to provide you with the labor force that will help you generate that wealth. But again, in providing the labor force, I asked a couple of gentlemen again out here, how many of them, when they were saying we have to progress, rightly so, how many of them would hire in their company somebody who got minus 40 marks out of 800? How many? The exalted army general was here, and I salute him, and he's a hero. But I want to ask him, why is there no reservations in the army? Why does army go by merit? Because you want the best. So why these double standards? Do you think you don't want best doctors? You don't want best scientists? Why do you have reservations in some sectors, and while in the others you say, oh, we need merit there? The Supreme Court that wants reservations in all sectors does not have reservations in the Supreme Court. This is the problem in this country, because we've given too much leeway to the state to act as a nanny state. We need to realize this. The role which is of the state is confused, and we, the citizens, have to take over that role. Thank you so much. I shall end there. Thank you.
I could have not asked for a better person. And what a sequence, seamless. I do not know how this man produces those figures seamlessly. Statistics at the tip of his tongue. Not a single piece of paper with him, and yet, sir, very, very impressive. For the first time I'm seeing you and meeting you, I would like to shake hands with you again. and I know I will not get a chance again, so I'm going to take a selfie in front of everybody. So
I
anyway,
always begin by saying that I won't be called again. I just want to ask, will I be called again?
yeah, 10 times over, 10 times over. I've done my job. Thank you so much.
Such a pleasure.
So, how was it? How was that? Was that not a trail of statistics thrown at you without a pause, without any references? An amazing, amazing speaker. We have been speaking about investment. Friends, we have been speaking about investment in stocks. We have been speaking about investing in real estate. Have you ever thought of investing in art? And how to invest in art and what does it entail will be the next session. Please stand by for the next session, Investment in Art, Meenal Wazirani. And may I please thank May I please thank, where is Sharad Jain ji? Sharad Jain sahab kahan hai? Please rise or please put your hand up. Sharad Jain, kahan hai bhai? Please come here for a minute. Let everybody see you. And can I have the table and the props for the next session? Sharad ji? Sharad ji, please come. Sharad, come here. Acha, you want it there? Sharad bhai, quickly. A very, very big round of applause for this man who made Mr. Anand Ranganathan's presence here happen. Thank you very much. So, Miss Meenal Wazirani, may I please request the people in the front row, Sergeant, Rajesh Bhai, yeah, Deepak, please. May I please request everybody. May I please request? Yes, of course. Yes, please. We have a business to do. Let me tell you, my friends, it is not the concern, otherwise we could have been delayed. But for the fact that we have got a paid program immediately after this, and there are people beyond Rotary who has paid for that. We do not want to give Rotary a bad name. People have paid for that and we need to be in time. And that is why the hurry. Mr. Ranganathan, if I have given you the perspective that I'm a strict master of ceremonies, I am not. But I have to conclude only for the whole little reason that I have some job to do. Yeah? So please excuse me if you can. But yes, amazing session. May I please have Meenal Wazirani, Ajayi madam. And sir, Deepak sir, DG. Citation hai na? You can receive her and take the cue from there. Meenal, we have put up the whatever props you required. We have taken up.
I think it's all set up.
Are you comfortable? Okay.
I'm just waiting for my
So,
presentation.
my district governor.
Nice to
Dr.
meet you. Nice to meet you, Daniel.
Okay.
Thank you. Thanks. It's very tough to see. All right, everyone. Can you hear me in the back? Great. I'll give everyone on this side a chance to settle down, and then we can get going. It's a big gear shift from the previous talk. We've talked about some incredible macro numbers about India, about its growth. And I think about 25 years ago, I did a fair bit of analysis on that in my previous life and consulting. So we have come a long way. I will say that now it's interesting that India is the largest market globally for private jets. So I think we're going to make a big shift away from sort of infrastructure and talking about wealth, and talking about how we spend it, and talking about what impact it has on culture, on art, on a kind of soft power that India has and is beginning to exert at a much greater level around the world. As part of that, if anyone isn't able to hear me, just sort of wave at me so that I know that my mic's okay. So I'm going to talk you through a little bit quickly about art, about the aesthetics of art, and specifically auctions, because that's what I do. I am the co-founder of Saffron Art, co-founder of Art Mumbai, and I run the Saffron Art Foundation as well. So I've kind of simplified it as much as I could, and I have been given a very strict time deadline. So we've narrowed it down to 5 quick questions in 25 years. It sort of sums up my learning, if you will. I've got a clicker. Hang on, let me just use this. All right, so the last time I spoke to the Rotary was almost 20 years ago, a little over 20 years ago, in 2005. And back then, these were a couple of slides that I'd put up where we talked about how amazing it was that the entire modern and contemporary art auction market globally had exceeded 16 million, and it went on to go up much higher. And one of the examples I remember I gave to the Rotarians at that stage was, if you had bought a work by Indian modernist F.N. Souza for 1 lakh in the year 2000, if you extrapolated out, it would potentially be somewhere around 3 crores in 2010. And that is an extraordinary growth, as we segue from talking about infrastructure numbers to this. I'm going to let you just sit with this for a moment, and we'll come back and answer this question a little later. But today's talk is really understanding how we frame price versus value. What does that mean? When we talk about the price of art, when we talk about the movement of the price of art, what does it mean? I think it's really important to understand 2 aspects of this. One is that in order to make an acquisition, you need to understand pricing. However, in order to build a collection, you've got to understand value and how that value moves. So we're going to talk about one of my favorite subjects, which is the mathematics of art. And it's unlike any other sort of rules that math may follow. But let's just break it down a bit. We have art supplies worth, I'm going to do this in US dollars to start with, and we'll switch to rupees. But art supplies worth about $250. We've got a stretcher, big painting, going to cost you another $250. A canvas for another $100. I mean, you can even quintuple it and make it $500 if you like. Maybe it's a really large canvas. And you have an artist who spent, about a month and infuses his magic into it, whatever secret sauce he's got. And what does that equal? About $250 million for this work by Cézanne, which sold not any time recently, but in 2011. And why is that? There's all kinds of factors that play into this. I mean, amongst this is because Cézanne was considered the father of modern art. He has a few other works. All of them are in important institutions. They've been collected very carefully. This price point doubled the previous price point. It was actually acquired by Qatar in 2011 for about $250 million. But what's interesting is in 2011, there was an oil rig off the coast of Burma which sold at pretty much the same price. And at that moment, I think we have to think about what that means. It's one thing that that's the price that's paid, but that oil rig off the coast of Burma is generating cash flows based on oil that's extracted and continuously sold. Whereas you have this painting that's hung on a wall, that is giving you the sort of value that perhaps may not be quantifiable in the same way. Let that sit with you for just a moment. I'm not going to go through all of this in great detail. As I said, I've got a strict time deadline, but we've got several factors that contribute to pricing. You know, the rarity of the work, who the artist is it in an important collection, what have been comparables, what are important events the artist has been involved in. Essentially, what is it that gives it value, and how do you pinpoint that value at that moment in time? I mean, it's, you know, when you go out to a gallery to buy a work of art, they might say, well, this is the price. You might say, well, how much, you know, how much is it worth? Or how, and you have the gallerist in this cartoon saying, well, how much have you got? That sometimes reflects what's happening in the market. But I want to just leave that with you. This is, I'm going to run through this video very quickly. This is Danny DeVito in a short skit in a show called It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. And he does these exaggerated skits. This one in particular, I'm going to give you a little prelude. He's meant to mimic someone in the art world and show him walking into a gallery. So bear with me a little for this video, and then we'll jump into it.
Play it subtle.
Subtle.
Hello!
Hello?
Ongo Goblogian, the art collector. Charmed, I'm sure.
Yes.
I'm going to invite you to a show.
Okay.
But first, allow me to destroy your gallery.
Oh.
Bullshit. Bullshit. Derivative. That I love. I absolutely love.
That's just the air conditioner.
I want it. It's everything. I mean, look at us. We're just air conditioners. I mean, after all, we're just walking around on the planet, breathing, conditioning the air. I condition it hot, that conditions it cold. I mean, it's symbiotic. No?
No, it
I mean,
is.
we're just air conditioners walking around on this planet, screwing each other's brains out.
So true. I never thought of it like that.
Oh, hello, you.
So, it's a bit of humor, but basically, what the point I'm trying to make is art is something very different to each of us. The value we see in it, you know, at this moment, of course, he's, you know, it's kind of a take on Gagosian. He's a famous gallerist, but he's basically out there saying, oh yeah, I can talk about this and that, but when he sees a work of art he really connects with, it's sort of like his entire life flashes before his eyes. And that's some of what you find collectors responding to, where the value of what they acquire or have is far greater than what we can expect. All right, second question, what should I buy? I think really I'm going to break this down very quickly, and we're going to talk about art across three main sections: pre-modern, modern, and contemporary. And with pre-modern, I think if we go back in Indian history a little bit, if we start talking about 1885, when the Indian National Congress was formed, there's a pan-Indian identity. We have an artist, Raja Ravi Varma, who emerges and is creating a fusion of European style with Indian themes, which has never been done before. And this genre of paintings becomes so embedded in our social and political culture. I mean, how many here have seen an image of Lakshmi? Have it in your home, or Ganesh, or anyone. Well, the image you are seeing is the image that this man created. That was not the image of Lakshmi. That may not have been the image of Ram or Sita. That is what he created. And all of these Indian myths, that's the stylized imagery he created. And he created prints and calendars, which then for the first time were distributed across India. So our representation of our mythology is based on this one artist's creation. This is a work by Raja Ravi Varma called Draupadi Vastaharan, from the late 1800s. It's not a very large work, 28 by 20 inches. It's considered a national art treasure, of course. And this sold for about 21.6 crores in April of 2022. I think the big question is now, well, clearly it's important, this period. So what would a major work of Ravi Varma be priced at today? So from 2022 to today, in April 2026, this work is coming up for auction with Saffron Art, and it is estimated at 80 to 120 crores. After we see the pre-modern period of Ravi Varma, we look at artists that emerged during this period of indigenization. So we have the emergence of the Bengal school, there's Abhinendranath Tagore, Nandlal Bose. There's really a focus on Indian sources, on post-colonial art. And we then begin seeing the emergence of Gandhi in the 1920s and the return, again, to this very set of Indian roots, folk inspiration. And this is where we really see the birth of pre-modernism. And I put this up here because we move into what is probably the most important period that I want to talk about. This is the progressive artist group here. These are the artists down here. There's a group of European emigres who came into India, fleeing World War II, actually, several Jewish emigres. And together they formed what became the Indian modern art market. And I just thought I'd show you this early work of Raza, who's one of India's leading modern artists. And from this progressive artist group, this is a view of Bombay from Malabar Hill in the late 1940s, early 1950s. We then move on to sort of this search for an identity. You know, you could call it you could call it an indigenism, but it included artists like Tayyab Mehta. Although Gaitonde and Tayyab Mehta were loosely around the progressive artist group, many of them began engaging internationally through the Rockefeller Foundation. They lived and worked in Paris and London in the great art centers around the world. We then move to the 1990s, which is contemporary. So you have Subodh Gupta and Atul Dodia and Anju Dodia, Bharti Kher, several of them. So it's performance art, it's photorealist art, it's new media, it's different formats of art. And then we can put that aside for a moment. I'm going through a history lesson very quickly, but I want to talk to you a bit going back to our discussion on price and quality and value. So the work you see on your left, or I'll do it over here, the work you see on your left here is a work by F.N. Souza, who was the founder of the Progressive Artist Group. And this is a painting from 1955 titled Lovers. And this was the first work we sold in India that crossed over $1 million in December 2005. Keep in mind, in 2004, the price ceiling for Indian art was $100,000. And in 2005, it jumped up 10 times to $1 million. So this was in 25. This is another work by F.N. Souza, which was from a similar period a few years later in 1963. And this was at Christie's in New York in 2004, and it went unsold because the quality just wasn't there. We then come back a few years later, 10 years later actually, again with Saffron Art in September 2015. And this work of Souza's, very important provenance, again, 1957 work, similar period. This sold for 16.8 crores, 2.59 million. Of course, in today's terms, that would be closer to about 23 crores, just to give you an idea. And then most recently, when it comes to Souza, we did an auction in September of 2025. And this is a set of 6 paperworks. And interestingly, as we talk about government with the preceding speaker, this is a depiction of Souza, who was living in London in the 50s. And he created what he called the 6 gentlemen of our times. They were very prominent businessmen and folks in government. And he depicted them as monsters who clearly weren't doing what they were meant to be doing. And these are just 6 drawings. Each one's sort of about this big. And this was estimated at about 6 to 8 crores, and it ended up selling for 20.4. And I just want to highlight this because it's an historic work. It's a very important work that's a marker of a milestone. He is the founder of the Progressive Artist Group. These works have been sought by collectors globally for a very long time, and they finally came up on the market. So, as we talk about the Indian market, this is in US dollars, but I'm going to quickly switch over actually and not spend too much time on this because we're short on time. But this is in Indian rupees. So, when saffron art was created in 2000, you'll see this number, we were at $2.1 million for the entire modern and contemporary Indian art auction market. And you can see it went very quickly in 2006 up to about 21 crores up to 1,000. And we run through the entire market growth. And the only thing I really want to point out in this is not just the incredible growth, but also the fact that in the peak years of the Indian art market, which were 2006 and 2008, if you combine those, you get to where we are today, which we closed 2025 at 2,430 crores. So it has grown dramatically. Very quickly, I'm giving you some of these artist references so that we can get to the auction at the end. But this is an artist called Subodh Gupta, definitely a leader in the contemporary market space. And his first work sold, not his first work, but his first major work sold for about $250,000 in 2007. And then went up to $1.4 million in 2008. However, in 2008, after the financial crisis and the Mumbai terror attacks in 2009, when another work from the same series came up, it sold for $158,000. So it was a drop of about 90% in value. And that's really the impact of externalities. I'm not going to run into this too much because we are short on time, as I said, but I'm going to point out another artist. This is Tayyab Mehta, and it's a depiction of Kali, which he is very well known for. We sold this particular painting for the first time in 2007 at 3.95 crores, and it came up again about 11 years later and sold for 26.39 crores. So this is a work of Tayyab Mehta. The work is now installed at the Kiran Nadar Museum of Art. This is Kiran in front of the work. And if any of you are in Delhi, please make it a point to go and see this exhibition. It truly is a milestone show. So just to give you an idea of how we've moved, that Kali selling at 26 crores, we now move to this Trust Bull, which Saffron Art sold last year. It was estimated at 5 to 7 crores, and it sold at 56.4. I'm going to skip over some of these price comparisons because I think what will be more interesting is to see where we're headed with the auction. I'd like to point out one more contemporary artist, though. This is Ravinder Reddy. And again, this is not a painting. It's not really a sculpture. I mean, he's created a very contemporary installation out of fiberglass, even though it looks like a much heavier and more solid work. This particular work we sold in 2014 at 24 lakhs and sold it again in 2020 for 50 lakhs. So again, an artist whose values have really moved. I think the big question is, what do I, when you talk about what to buy, how much do you decide what to pay? How do you decide where that comes? So if you look at an auction, what it gives you are two things. It gives you transparency of information, and it gives you access to works. When I was starting out as a young collector, I didn't actually, even though I wanted to buy something extraordinary, I didn't really have access to getting it. And this is open to anybody who would like to bid. What is an auction? An auction is basically the secondary market. And what happens is artists sell through galleries or dealers to buyers. Those buyers then resell through other galleries, dealers, and auction houses. And that's basically what I do. And we sell on to whomever the buyers are. So these are resale works, and they're particularly important and rare. So why do auctions matter? As I said, it gives you those price points, gives you access to the best works, and it gives you a sense for what is available. You've got some benchmarks in that case. I'm going to just give you a quick video before we head into the fun part of this presentation, and this will give you an idea of what happens with auctions and what it does for values.
No, thank God, thank God.
of interest on it, as you can imagine. It's, I think, by far the most asked about lot in the sale. Yeah, so the artist put the frame on as well. You get that quite often with Banksy, he quite likes the romanticism of, having the very, National Gallery-esque frame, This is like a fair price, it's the fun of auctions, everyone's got a chance.
Okay, it's the Banksy girl with balloon, ladies and gentlemen, standing in the back of the room, and I'm going to start bidding in 100, 150, 200,000, 300,000, 300, 350, 400,000.
So he's now taking bids on this work.
Standing there at 600,000 pounds. Is anybody? 700,000. Thank you, Thomas.
He's gone from 200 to 700,000, 750,000.
800,000. Thank you. No pressure.
So he has bidders on the phone and in the room.
850,000 pounds. 860. 860,000. Fair warning. Can I sell it now? At 860,000.
$860,000.
Bidding and selling for 860,000.
And he sold it. And as soon as he hammers down, see what happens.
And ladies and gentlemen, to round off the sale this evening.
So Banksy, who's against the commercialization of his art, actually worked on destroying this, apparently, during rehearsals. And you'd think that would destroy the value of what you're looking at, and that was the assumption, which is why everyone was so shocked in the room. No one was expecting it. And it ended up reselling in 2018 for $1.4 million. And a few years ago, the same work that was half shredded sold for $25.4 million, up from the $860,000 that you saw. And when we talk about the economic power that lies in art and the soft power, sometimes you can quantify it. You talked about what happens with PNB and the banks, and some of those funds that were embezzled. So in fact, that was an auction we handled for the government of India, and those artworks which were recovered were what we auctioned for quite an extraordinary sum. Okay, now we're getting on to the fun stuff. Everyone who has a paddle, can you just raise your paddle and let me see where you are? I need my... Does everyone have a paddle? Yes. Okay, fantastic. I'm having a little trouble, guys, seeing it with the lights. So if my spotters are there. Okay, great. So what we're going to do now is we're going to do a little mock auction. And so you get an idea of what it is we do, but also what happens when an artwork, and a particularly important artwork, comes up for sale. So I'm going to read out what is a price estimate, so an approximate auction price, fair market price. And we will then begin the bidding. I will take your bids in preset increments. If you're interested in bidding that value, you raise your paddle and I will call on you. The objective of the game is to get as close to the actual selling value without going over. So, for example, if the actual selling value is 1 lakh, you're better off bidding 90,000 than you are 1,10,000. So you want to get as close as possible without going over. All right, let's get started. I'm going to open. Let's do one practice lot just to give it a feel. We're going to do a work by M.F. Hussain, and you heard about him. He is a progressive artist. He was in the progressive artist group. Very important. He began painting and working actually in the late 30s, early 40s. This is a work from 1964. It's an oil on canvas. And the estimate on this, as you can see, is 2.5 to 3 crores. 2.5 to 3 crores is the estimate. And I can start bidding at 1.8 crores. 1.8 crores. You can just raise your paddle. 1.9, thank you, madam. 1.9, 2 crores on my left against you. 220, thank you. 240, 260. 280 far back, 3 crores with you up front, madam. 320 is yours. 350, thank you, ma'am. 350, I see a familiar face. 3 crore 80, thank you. 3 crore 80, gentlemen on my left, against you up front, and against you on my side. 3 crore 80 on 4 crores, thank you, ma'am. Up front, 4 crores with the lady up front, 4.2 crores walking back there, 4.5 crores up front here. 4.5 is yours, sir. 4.8 crores in the back on the table. 5 crores, thank you. 5 crores on my right, against you up front, against you far back. 5.5 crores, gentlemen seated. 5.5 crores against you up front. 5.6, 6 crores, I'm sorry. 6 crores. 6.5, 7 crores. 7.5, 8 crores all the way back. 8 crores all the way back. 8.5, 9 crores. 9 crores with the gentleman seated. 9.5 crores, lady seated in a new place. 9.5 crores, 10 crores. It's great. I love this audience. You're welcome to my auctions anytime. 10 crores on my right against you, madam. And I will sell, hammers up, fair warning, and sold to you, sir. 10 crores. Paddle number 601. Okay. Let me tell you what it actually sold for. 7.2. Not too bad, but we can kind of rein it in. Maybe pretend you're actually going to pay for it. That might help. All right, moving on to the next one. So this is our first competition lot, and all right, we're going to start with this work by Shakti Barman. Some of you may be familiar with his work. This is a 1995 oil on canvas, very large, 56 by 44 inches, and the estimate is 4.5 to 5.5 crores. And I can start bidding on this at 3 crores. 3 crores I can start. 3.2 crores, 3.5 crores, 3.8 crores waving, I've got you. 4 crores is 4.432. 4 crores, 4.2 crores, thank you. 4.2 crores up front. 4.5 crores, I've got you waving at me, 432. 4.8 crores is paddle 128, thank you. 4.8 crores, paddle 128. 5 crores, thank you, gentlemen seated again. 5 crores on my right, 5.5 crores down the middle, 6 crores, I see you. 6 crores, 486. 6.5 crores, lady seated. 7 crores, 526, thank you. What was I at? 7.5 in the back. 8 crores on my left, 8.5 crores on my right. 8.5, 9 crores. The waiver has 9 crores. 9 crores, and I will sell, fair warning, 9.5, thank you, just in time. 10 crores back on my left. 10 crores against you, and I will sell, hammers up, fair warning, and sold to you, sir. 10 crores. Paddle number, can you hold your paddle number up? 247. Yeah, what's the next? All right, moving on to the next one. This is an exciting one. So that's sold actually at 7.2 crores. We're keeping track, and if you do get closest, you do win a prize. So try and stick to the actual number. All right, lot number 2. This is a very important work by Tayyab Mehta from 1956. It's called Trust Bull. And this sold last year with Saffron Art in April 2025. This is estimated at 5 to 7 crores. I am afraid this is going to be our last lot because I'm getting the time warning. So I'm going to just jump in and get this done. I can open bidding for this at 3 crores. 3 crores, 3.2 crores, 3.5 crores, 3.8 crores, 4 crores on my left. 4.2 crores, down 4.5, thank you, paddle 441. 4.8 is yours, sir. 5 crores, thank you. 5.5, 6 crores. 6.5, thank you. 7, 7.5, 8, 432, I've got you at 8.5. Sorry. You put it down. All right, 9 crores, 9.5. 10 crores, lady seated up here. 11 crores is yours, sir. 11 crores on my right against you. 12, 13, 14 crores. 15, 16, 17 crores. 17 crores, 18 crores. Gosh, that's great. Just hold the paddle up. Great strategy. 18 crores is yours, sir. 19 on your left. 20 is back with you. 20 crores on 22 crores. 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32. 32 crores with the gentleman seated. 35, thank you. 38 crores on my left. 38, 40 crores back on my right. 40 crores, gentleman seated. He's standing up for emphasis. I love it. 42, back on my left. 50 crores is yours, sir, against you. 55, 60 crores on my right, against you, sir. 60 crores, 65, lady seated. Thank you, ma'am. 65, with a powerhouse in the room. 70 crores, back with the gentleman. 75 crores, down the middle. I don't see it. 80 crores, gentleman seated far left. 85, 90 crores. 90 crores, 100 crores, gentlemen seated in the Bandi. I love it. Our next auction is April 1st. 110 with you, sir. Against you. 110, and I will sell, hammers up, 120, back with the gentleman on my left, and I will sell 130 in a new place. 130 crores, 140 crores, and I will sell, very persistent, and sold to you, sir. 140 crores. Thank you. Paddle number? All right, well, the actual winning bid was 61.8 crores, which is still pretty hefty from a 5 to 7 crore estimate. Can we announce the winners very quickly? So we have a little gift for you, for those of you who've won. If you can just give me the paddle numbers, I'll quickly announce those, and I'm going to make my way off the stage. All right. So for the Shakti Barman, it's paddle 526. Where's 526? Paddle 526, you just hand them a gift.
Oh, it's our favorites.
Oh. Yay. Next, what about the... Just you hand it off, because I think they're a bit rushed for us. And the next one?
210, the
And for the Trust Bull, it's paddle 210 at 60 crores. Paddle 210 at 60 crores.
Hello,
Where's
hello.
paddle 210? There you are. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed that, ladies and gentlemen. It's a small taste of what's to come. And I hope we see you at an art event soon.
Miss Wazirani, are you done, ma'am?
I'm done. I was quickly
Thank you
shooed
so very
off the
much.
stage, so I'm
May I please call upon the district governor? May I get the citation on? Thank you. Thank you so much for giving us an experience in art auction. Thank you so much for also giving us an insight into how to invest and what kind of an investment can reap results. Thank you very much, Miss Wazirani. Thank you so much, ma'am, for gracing this. And time for us to get to know somebody who is a millennial. I do not know which category he falls in, whether he's a Gen X, millennial, or beyond that as well, or Gen Z, I don't know. But yes, the Maha Upadesh, something which has been told and said and advised by Krishna to Arjun, in the moment of crisis, and today, till date, the Upadesh has always been of immense importance to our daily life. Prithviraj Shetty makes a difference. Prithviraj, can we have you on the stage along with Dr. Indumati Gopinathan? The man who has made Gita with AI application. There you can find and you can literally see Sri Krishna advising you on whatever issues, personal issues, relationship issues, business issues, or whatever decision making you may have through that application, through, of course, AI. What has he done is something very important. He has made Gita interesting to today's generation, which was a cryptic volume, but this man has made it as a friendly read. So may I leave you alone to go through a small questionnaire with Dr. Indumati Gopinathan. Followed by this, we have something extremely interesting for our work with cancer screening and vaccination.
Good afternoon, everybody. Without much ado, we jump on to the topic straight away. I have here with me a millennial, all of 29, just completed, who went to the Imperial College in England to do his management, after which he went to the Columbia University to take a degree in AI, and then changed course completely. So here is a very technical person who trod the spiritual path and brought out an app with the latest digital innovations called Bhagavad Gita for All, so that it can travel universally and be used by everyone. So this was definitely something totally off the mark.
Shetty.
With parents who are in the education and the healthcare field, and he from the technical field, Prithvi, I want to ask you, now in this world where there is so much tension and strife and attention span is so limited, and we talk about being secular, what made you get into this path of amalgamating spirituality and technology through Bhagavad Gita?
First of all, thank you for having me here. I also thank Dr. Motwani to invite me here. So the Gita, the Bhagavad Gita is, we all know, it's been thousands of years in our culture. And unfortunately, what's happened over time is we have forgotten it. We have not been able to translate it for the future generations in the language they want. And what the Gita essentially does is, say you want to go from destination A to destination B. And let's take for an example that you want to go from this hotel to Nariman Point, Oberoi. And there are multiple ways to go there. You can go from the Eastern Expressway, you can go from the coastal road. And in a very similar fashion, in our life's journeys as well, there are many paths, there are many ways to reach your destination. So, I feel like the Bhagavad Gita is like a map for our life's journey. And what we are trying to create is the Google map. And say you want to go from destination A to destination B, we would like you to understand the nitty-gritties of the life's journeys, the hurdles, and make it easy to take those decisions. Unfortunately, another problem is we don't even know where we want to go today. And that is the biggest problem of this generation, that we have so many options, so many choices, and we don't know how to reach there, and we don't even know where to go in the first place. And I think that is another thing that the Bhagavad Gita really helps in, and that is to gain purpose, to gain clarity on what's my mission for life.
That's quite enlightening for a boy of your age. But let me know, during the course of your studies and after you finished them, what was your source of inspiration, or who was your mentor who sowed this seed of Bhagavad Gita in you?
So, ma'am, I was ready to start my journey in private equity in New York. And I think it was around the time when it was COVID. I came back to India, spent more time with my family, and during that time had a inspiration to enter in the edtech world, in the education tech world. And during my time in the education tech industry, I saw a very clear problem. And that problem was that everybody has a Bhagavad Gita in their house, but unfortunately nobody's understood it. And nobody's even read more than the chapter 1. In most cases, what's really happening is, it's there in your temple and you're just praying to it. So I felt like, being from the education industry, having this kind of exposure, why not make something universal? Why not make something that can really create impact over the course of time? And that is where we decided that let us make the Gita extremely accessible and extremely actionable. So you don't just understand the Gita, but you also understand how to apply it in your career, in your relationships, for your personal ambitions. So that was the journey we took. And I think all of this stems from, when you ask the source of inspiration, I think it stems from my parents. My father is in the education industry, he's a stalwart in that. My mother has been extremely spiritual. And I think that kind of exposure sort of does something to you, where you sort of want to do, amalgamate these experiences over your course. And I think that is something that has inspired.
That's wonderful. And what made you, spend so much or time and effort in producing a high production app with hundreds of hours and episodes, when easily the current generation or any of us could have just got things in text form?
Absolutely. So, ma'am, coming to, initially, if I say give the Bhagavad Gita to everyone here in its original form, that is Sanskrit, I bet most of you won't understand it. And that was the case for hundreds of years, until maybe 1600 or so, where the Bhagavad Gita was never translated from Sanskrit to another language. And in 1600 something happened. It started getting translated to other languages. We started democratizing our wisdom. And over the course of time, what's really happening is that we are losing touch with this dense knowledge, because even if you read it in English today or Hindi, you may find it difficult to understand. And that is a problem. Today's generation's language is no longer just Hindi and English. It's actually Reels, it's Netflix, it's AI. This is how people communicate today. This is how people pass messages to other people. So, realizing that we can hold attention today not by conversation but by really good high production content, and that is the only way to spread a powerful message like the Gita. We realized that we should make the Bhagavad Gita in a very grand, cinematic, high production manner, and that is why we decided to partner up with an award-winning studio in Denmark who makes content for Disney, Apple TV, Lego, and they helped us create the Bhagavad Gita's entire animation, the entire rig. And because the project was so vast, the Gita's, you can't just explain it over a few hours. We took 4 years to create this. And we had to literally set up a motion capture studio, an animation studio, and we're finally almost completing the 18 chapters. So it's been quite a journey.
That's a great achievement, Prithviraj.
Thank you.
Now, tell me one important thing about this app. Do we have to buy a book for it, or we just download the app? What exactly do we do?
So, over the last 1 year, we've actually launched it. It's been only a year. And we've had a phenomenal response. And thanks to everyone who has supported us by buying the book. We were selling it at 13,000 throughout this year. And we will continue to do so because it's made with a beautiful illustrated book with gold gilded edges. And it's had an amazing response, the book itself. But to access the content, you needed to buy the book. Very recently, what we've done is we've given access to the video content, just this week actually, at a subscription price as well, so that it's accessible to the masses as well. Because we spend so much in resources, in content, in quality of people, we needed to charge it a bit premium because we had to take care of all the investment that we were doing. But now, when we've cracked the marketing, we've cracked the masses appeal, we realized that we now need to give it at an accessible price as well. So the content, just alone the content, along with My Krishna Chat, which I will also tell you about, is available at 79 rupees a month only. And the book continues to be sold at 13,000. And I must also say that almost 10 to 15% of our buyers have again come and bought the book, which is also very good.
So buying the book is part of the whole thing. You cannot operate the app without the book.
So we have, for the video subscription, we have a 79 rupee plan. And with the book, you get unlimited access to the videos forever.
So there are two options.
Absolutely.
Okay. And tell me something about the My Krishna Chat. How different it is from teleconsultation with a psychiatrist using artificial intelligence?
Absolutely. So why is My Krishna Chat? So first of all, My Krishna Chat is an AI chat experience where we can interact with the wisdom of the Gita. Now, over time, my background has been in AI. I understand it really well. What we wanted to do was we wanted people to have an experience like Arjun. So when Arjun was on the battlefield and he had Krishna by his side, the thought was, why not make everybody have a sense and a feeling that Krishna is by their side? Through all the daily dilemmas, through all those difficult moments when you need to decide, should I react with anger? Should I react with, sadness? Should I take that big decision or not? Things that Google and ChatGPT cannot solve for you. And all the answers coming straight away from the Gita's wisdom. So what we've done is we've indexed our entire knowledge base with thousands of tags back to a query that a person would ask. So say I ask, I am very upset with my mother, or I'm unhappy with my husband. How should I handle this situation? Now, a Google and ChatGPT would give you a general answer. But because of the system we've created, it matches with the most relevant shloka for you, gives context exactly from the Gita for your problem, contextualizes it based on all your past conversations, and gives you a personalized answer. And that is how it's so different, and it gives beautiful answers.
What I would also like to ask is, now you are young, you're very eligible, and you're good looking. So when you are looking for a partner, or if you have a partner already, do you look for the principles of Gita to apply when you choose a partner?
So, good question, ma'am. So, I believe that not just a life partner, any person that you interact with on a daily basis has an impact on you. They say Sangat ka asar. So your partner is they say that the most amount of time you will ever spend with someone is with your life partner. So your Sangat is very important while you choose your life partner. And, in the Bhagavad Gita only it's said that, you see everyone at a spirit level. You don't just see them by their looks, their intelligence, but truly what goodness they possess in themselves. So I would judge any person to come into my life and I wanting to spend time with them would be through that goodness and that lens of goodness that they possess and want to come from.
So good, I'm glad that the Gita has helped you in this perspective as well. So after today's discussion, Prithviraj, tell me one thing that the Rotarians, my dear Rotarians who are here, they would have to do. One simple thing to enter into your world of Gita.
So this week itself, we have started the subscription model of 79 rupees per month or 479 rupees yearly to subscribe. I think you must download the app. The QR code will be there on the screens as well. You must download it. You must go through it. It's free for 7 days. You should try it. You should try to experience, feel Krishna's presence in your life and see how that helps you. And if you don't like it, obviously you should not continue. But if you do like it, I am certain that you are doing not only good for yourself, but for the society. Because one person changing is all the people changing.
Thank you so much,
you
Prithviraj.
very much.
This wonderful combination of technology and spiritualism at such a young age is very fascinating for all of us who have children, and we know it's a difficult combination. Thank you for being with us. And all I can say is,
please give this young man
Jai
a
Shri
very,
Krishna.
very big round of applause. He's just about 29 when children of his age are busy with TikTok, Reels and whatnot. This man has been so thoughtful about what needs to be done to make a change in the society and to preserve the words of wisdom, the Maha Upadesh which has been done thousands of years ago. Thank you so much. And you could be the first applicant for the Rotary Marriage Act, yeah? You could be the one. And I'm buying your book as well. So may I please call upon the Sutradhar behind cancer and screening and vaccination, cancer screening and vaccination, Dr. Twinkle Khanna and Shruti.
Thank you, Jankar. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, before I begin, I want to ask you something. How many of us here have been touched by cancer? A family friend, a member, a neighbor? Almost all of us, right? And that's exactly why today matters. When we talk about cancer, we're not talking about statistics alone. We're talking about real people, real lives. Those who've seen this journey closely know it's never easy. There are hospital visits, chemotherapy, radiation, and there are days filled with fear, there are nights filled with prayers. The Street of Sorrow, that's exactly the name of the street outside Tata Memorial Hospital. It's so painful. But then what keeps everyone going? Yes, it's courage, it's resilience, it's hope.
Breast and cervical cancer continue to affect thousands of women across our country. Breast cancer is the most common cancer among Indian women, and cervical cancer is the second most common. Together, they account nearly 40% of cancer-related deaths in India.
Yes, that number is alarming. But here's the hopeful part. Did you know that cervical cancer is also one of the most preventable cancers? And that belief that prevention can save lives is what sparked this entire movement and became one of the key focus areas for this year for our DG, Dr. Manish Motwani. Work began early. In fact, our DG started some of the pilot work nearly 3 years ago, quietly, steadily, building what you see today. Because everything begins with awareness, knowing what to look out for, understanding the importance of early screening, and recognizing how powerful vaccination truly is.
Yeah. During the RSW week, the Rotary Service Week, passionately led by Dr. Indumati and Rajendra Unnikrishnan, something truly extraordinary unfolded. 123 Rotary clubs didn't just participated, they united with heart, purpose, and commitment. The enthusiasm was so overwhelming that we actually ran short of doctors and technicians, promoting the training of special team of 35 dedicated medicos. And over the past 7 months, the momentum had continued. Awareness drive across different parts of the country. Awareness screening camps across the city, across District 3141. Of course, a mission driven with this kind of dedication can only succeed with strong support of our Rotary family, partners, donors, and volunteers. In just 7 months, 4,317 breast screenings, 2,078 cervical screenings. That's not just the data. Those are lives touched. But we didn't stop here. We all know prevention is better than cure. And that's why cervical cancer vaccine has become such a strong focus. Over the last 7 months, 2,859 girls has been vaccinated between the age group of 9 to 14 years.
So each vaccination is a promise of protection, a promise of a healthier tomorrow. And yet we know the journey is far from over. Hence, a powerful, deeply impactful awareness video has been created in 3 different languages to spread the message about the importance of cervical cancer vaccination. And to launch this video, may I request our DG, Dr. Manish Motwani, to launch this video on the stage so that we can take this message to every home and every community.
Friends, we are laying a lot of emphasis on cervical cancer vaccination and cervical cancer screening. And with tremendous support from our past Rotary International Director, Ashok Mahajanji, and Aditya Birla Capital Foundation, and with a strong support of Ashokji's club member, Sudhir Joshi, who is the program coordinator, we have launched this video, which is now going to go to possibly every club, and every club will be doing camps. So shall I press this or you are going to press it?
You are launching it.
नमस्ते दोस्तों, मैं डॉक्टर मनीष मोटवानी। बहुत प्यारा सा ड्रीम प्रोजेक्ट है और वो ड्रीम प्रोजेक्ट है सर्वाइकल कैंसर के बारे में लोगों के अंदर जागरूकता पैदा करना और सर्वाइकल कैंसर वैक्सीनेशन के बारे में लोगों के मन में जो भय है, जो फियर है, उसे निकालना और अवेयरनेस पैदा करना। हम एक शॉर्ट फिल्म बना रहे हैं, एक शॉर्ट फिल्म जो हमारे रोटरी के इस नेटवर्क के द्वारा घर घर तक जाएगा, हर रोटेरियन फैलाएगा, हर रोटरी क्लब फैलाएगा और हम चाहते हैं कि कम से कम बॉम्बे नहीं तो हो सके तो पूरे इंडिया भर में हम इस शॉर्ट फिल्म के द्वारा लोगों तक ये मैसेज पहुंचाएं कि ये एक कैंसर है जिस पे हम जीत पा सकते हैं, ये कैंसर है जिसे हम आने से बचा सकते हैं। चलो मिलके इस कार्य में साथ चलें। दोस्तों, ये शॉर्ट फिल्म बनाने में आदित्य बिरला कैपिटल फाउंडेशन ने हमारी बहुत मदद की है। राजश्री जी बिरला जी ने हमें इसमें बहुत प्रोत्साहित किया है और अशोक महाजन जी जो हमारे पास्ट रोटरी इंटरनेशनल डायरेक्टर है और पास्ट फाउंडेशन ट्रस्टी हैं, और रोटरी क्लब ऑफ मुलुंड जिसके अध्यक्ष विशाल ठक्कर जी हैं, इन सबका बहुत सहयोग मिला है। आज हम ये भी जानते हैं कि हम
जो सबसे रोके जाने वाले कैंसरों में से एक है, लेकिन फिर भी जानकारी की कमी की वजह से कई महिलाओं को इसके बारे में बहुत देर से पता चलता है और कई बार काफी देर हो जाती है। बस सही वक्त पर टीकाकरण करना, जांच करना, स्क्रीनिंग करना, डॉक्टर विजिट करना, इससे एक सुरक्षित भविष्य हो सकता है। मैं हर घर के पुरुषों को भी ये निवेदन करती हूँ कि वो अपने महिलाओं से यानी अपनी बेटियों से, बहनों से, वाइफ से बिना डर, बिना झिझक के ये बातचीत करें।
टिफिन में जो दिया है ना सब खा लेना। हाँ
मम्मी, आप मेरे साइंस एग्जीबिशन में आओगी ना?
क्यों नहीं आऊंगी, जरूर आऊंगी। भारत के होने वाली मेरी साइंटिस्ट बेटी, जरूर आऊंगी, मेरी प्यारी बेटी। चलो अभी जल्दी से फ्रेश हो लो, निकलो। हाँ जाने से पहले दूध पी लेना। हाँ
मैं दूध नहीं पीऊँ।
अरे
हर माँ की बस एक ही ख्वाहिश होती है, अपनी बेटी को बढ़ते हुए देखना, खुश, सुरक्षित और आत्मविश्वासी।
मम्मी जल्दी आओ।
क्या हुआ?
कई खतरे ऐसे होते हैं जो चुपचाप बढ़ते रहते हैं बिना किसी आवाज के।
हम आज ही डॉक्टर के पास जाएंगे। इधर आओ बेटा। आप बड़े होके क्या बनना चाहते हो?
मैं डॉक्टर अब्दुल कलाम सर की तरह साइंटिस्ट बनना चाहती हूँ।
वेरी नाइस, वेरी नाइस। बैठिए। कोमल, अभी तो इसके रिपोर्ट्स ठीक हैं, लेकिन एक जरूरी बात है जो सब महिला को मालूम होनी चाहिए।
डॉक्टर, घबराने वाली कोई बात है नहीं ना?
घबराने की कोई बात नहीं है, लेकिन एक वायरस है HPV जो सर्वाइकल कैंसर का मुख्य कारण है।
डॉक्टर, मेरी बेटी को कैंसर? बड़ी होके वो अपने सपने पूरे कर पाएगी ना?
मम्मा मम्मा।
डरने की कोई बात नहीं है, क्योंकि आपकी बेटी को कैंसर नहीं है। वो अपने सारे सपने पूरे कर पाएगी। हाँ, पर आगे चलकर किसी भी वजह से कैंसर ना हो, उसके लिए हमारे पास HPV वैक्सीन है जो वायरस को पहले ही स्टेज में खत्म कर देती है।
कैंसर के लिए वैक्सीन? थैंक यू गॉड।
सो ये वैक्सीन वायरस को अर्ली स्टेज में खत्म कर देती है। यही नहीं, अगर हम लोग इसको 9 to 26 ईयर्स के बीच में अगर लेते हैं तो बहुत फायदेमंद रहता है। लेकिन ये वैक्सीन अब एट द एज ऑफ 45 तक भी ले सकते हैं।
डॉक्टर, लेकिन इसे आगे जाके कोई बाधा तो नहीं होगी ना?
कोई बाधा नहीं होगी एंड शी कैन लीड एब्सोल्युटली नॉर्मल लाइफ।
थैंक यू सो मच डॉक्टर। डॉक्टर, कब ले सकती है ये वैक्सीन?
जितना जल्दी ये वैक्सीन लेंगे उतना अच्छी बात है। ये वैक्सीन हमारे पास अवेलेबल है, अभी भी ले सकती है। आप रेडी है इसके लिए बेटा? घबराओगे तो नहीं?
शी इज वेरी स्ट्रॉन्ग गर्ल।
उसे महसूस हुआ ये वैक्सीन सिर्फ एक इंजेक्शन नहीं है, बल्कि उनके बेटी के कल की सुरक्षा है।
आर यू रेडी बेटा?
जी डॉक्टर। हाँ, दर्द तो नहीं होएगा ना?
एक चोटी जैसा लगेगा और मेरी बेटी के सारे दर्द खत्म। हाँ
बेटा गहरी सांस लो। अच्छा बताओ, आपको खेलने के लिए क्या क्या अच्छा लगता है? क्या खेलते हो आप?
मैं बैडमिंटन खेलती हूँ, फुटबॉल खेलती हूँ और स्केटिंग करती हूँ।
ओह सो नाइस। हो गया?
इतनी जल्दी? मुझे पता भी नहीं चला।
यू आर अ ब्रेव गर्ल। कोमल, अब आप निश्चिंत होके अपनी बेटी के सपनों को पंख दे सकते हैं।
थैंक यू सो मच डॉक्टर।
बेटा बड़े होके साइंटिस्ट बन के मुझे भूल तो नहीं जाओगे ना?
Thank you. That was simply incredible. Don't you think so? Such a powerful message. And now, may I call upon our past Rotary International Director and past trustee, Mr. Ashok Mahajan ji, to please come on stage, and Mr. Sudhir Joshi, the project coordinator, to please come on stage to be felicitated. At the hands of, may I request our RI Director, Daniel, to please come and do the needful. Is Mr. Sudhir Joshi here? May I request you to come up, sir? Ashok ji, Ashok ji, Ashok ji, Ashok ji, ye baaju. I think you're doing such immense work, and DG can never thank you enough for it. We can never thank you enough for it. Yeah, but we thank you so much for all your support. Arz hai aapke liye. Wishing you lots of happiness, sir. Arz hai, फूलों से हंसी मुस्कान हो आपकी, फूलों से हंसी मुस्कान हो आपकी, चांद तारों से ज़्यादा शान हो आपकी। रोज़ मांगते हैं रब से दुआ, रोज़ मांगते हैं रब से दुआ, आसमां से ऊंची उड़ान हो आपकी। थैंक यू सर। ओके सर। आई एम वेरी फॉन्ड ऑफ शायरी। यस सर।
Well, the poet says, नज़र नज़र पे उतरना कमाल होता है, नज़र नज़र पे उतरना कमाल होता है, नफस नफस पे बिखरना कमाल होता है, नफस नफस पे बिखरना कमाल होता है, बुलंदियों पे पहुंचना कोई कमाल नहीं, बुलंदियों पे पहुंचना कोई कमाल नहीं, बुलंदियों पे ठहरना ही तो कमाल होता है. What we have achieved, that is fine. But we have to stay there all the time. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. क्या खूब कहा आपने. And now, ladies and gentlemen, what you're about to witness is not just a walk. It's a walk of courage. It's a walk by our cancer warriors. These women are not just walking for empathy. They're walking to remind us of strength, of resilience, of hope. They walk to tell every woman watching, a diagnosis is not the end. You're not alone, and there is life beyond cancer. So, ladies and gentlemen, as we walk this watch, let's not just applaud, let's also reflect. Let's commit to awareness, prevention, and care. Because when you save one woman, you save an entire family. Ladies and gentlemen, take it away.
छूटा गाँव है, अब तो भाई चल पड़ी अपनी ये नाव है, बादल पे पाँव है, ना छूटा गाँव है, अब तो भाई चल पड़ी अपनी ये नाव है,
Go on, ladies and gentlemen. Do applaud them. Our cancer warriors, right here for you. So beautiful, so beautiful. Yes, so graceful, so dignified, beautifully powerful. And now I call upon the man of the moment, our DG Dr. Manish Motwani, and our First Lady, Mehak Motwani, to please join us.
सोचा कहाँ था ये जो हो गया, आना कहाँ था ये लो हो गया, चुटकी कोई काटो ना है हमको होश में, कदमों को थामो ये है उड़ते जोश में, बादल पे पाँव है या छूटा गाँव है, अब तो भाई चल पड़ी अपनी ये नाव है, बादल पे पाँव है या छूटा गाँव है, अब तो भाई चल पड़ी अपनी ये नाव है.
I think
This was simply beautiful, but अर्ज है आप सभी के लिए, अर्ज है एक और शाम आ रही है जिंदगी की और एक शाम जा रही है जिंदगी की. आप ये मत सोचो कितने लम्हे हैं जिंदगी में, आप ये मत सोचो कितने लम्हे हैं जिंदगी में, आप ये सोचो कितनी जिंदगी है हर लम्हे में.
wow, wow.
I applaud these strong cancer warriors, and all this could not have been possible without our backstage team, our Avenue team, and the Inspire Presidents. Everything, the leader is only as good as his team. Inspire Presidents, please rise and be recognized for your efforts.
Twinkle, you have done a great job. I think this was the best ramp walk that you could ever seen or witnessed. Twinkle and Shruti and the survivors and the warriors, rather, I would not
Yes, they're the
rephrase
warriors.
that. The warriors, yes, of course. I'm sorry about that. Thank you. And all those who have worked to see that this goes and takes its own end, please give them a big hand. And not only that, but I would say, stand up to do that. Twinkle, take a bow. Shruti, take a bow as well. Thank you so much. And I do not know how to say. I'm a little emotional about what I saw just now. Never have I ever witnessed something like this. Seen enough amount of fashion shows and ramp walks, but this was completely different. Blown me up. Well, as we say, the business has to go on. May I please call upon the district governor again. Rotary verified business. And follow it up with Neelam Gada. Neelam, you can take it from there. Needs, huh? Sorry.
Friends, Rotary verified business. Friends, may I have your attention, please? Friends, it's been lovely 2 days. This is the last half an hour. And we would like your attention. Friends, we have come up with this lovely certification program called as Rotary Verified Business. Anish Soneja. He's here? Oh, wow. Hi, Anish. Anish Soneja and Neelam have been leading it, and we have a fantastic team working on it. We are very proud to say that the first 25 certifications were given by our RI President, Francesco. And it is our pleasure that today we are going to be giving another 22 certifications in the presence of and at the hands of our Rotary International President's representative and RI Director, Daniel Tanase. May I request our Director, Malina, aide Sunil Mehra, past Governor Kumar Keval Ramani, past Governor Shashi Kumar Sharma, past Governor Lata Subraidu. Am I missing any past governor? Past Governor Chetan Desai. Past Governor Harjeet Talwar. Am I missing someone? We want all of you all to please join us on the dais for handing over the certifications. Am I missing any past governor? Past Rotary International Director Ashok Mahajanji. Is he there? So friends, we are having 22 certifications to be handed over today. It will be handed over by these luminaries in presence of all of you all. Neelam, take this ahead, please.
I now call upon our Rotary Verified Business honorees. I will be calling each honoree in alphabetical order to come forward and receive their certificates. Let's celebrate their commitment to values and ethical excellence with loud applause for each of them. Requesting Rotarian Anjali Karandikar from Rotary Club of Mumbai West Coast, representing Nitaja Enterprises LLP, a business built on consistency and professional reliability. Rotarian Apurva Patel from Rotary Club of Bombay Airport, leading Exalt Engineering Industries. Rotarian Arvind Gadia from Rotary Club of Mumbai Royals, representing Arvind Textiles. Rotarian Anjali Karandikar. Next we have Rotarian Apurva Patel. Next we have Rotarian Arvind Gadia. Next we have Rotarian Dimple Modi. Next we have Rotarian Kamlesh Shroff from Rotary Club of Bombay Pier, leading the Omniscient Securities Private Limited.
Check.
Requesting everybody to please give a loud round of applause. Next we have Rotarian Kandarp Khandwala from Rotary Club of Bombay Airport, representing Axis Electrical Components, powering industries with dependable solutions. His contribution strengthens infrastructure through reliability and precision. Next we have Rotarian Meenakshi Khosla from Rotary Club of Mumbai Mulund South, founder of Lotus Leaf Entertainment, curating experiences with creativity and professionalism. Through her events company, she brings people together, turning occasions into meaningful moments. Next we have Rotarian Meeral Shah from Rotary Club of Bombay, representing Akshar Group, delivering trusted solutions in the insurance sector. By securing futures and managing risk, she builds confidence and financial protection for families and businesses. Rotarian Mona Shah from Rotary Club of Bombay, Juhu Beach, founder of Anshu Adult and Child Development Center, nurturing growth across generations. Her work supports holistic development with empathy and expertise. Next we have Rotarian Pooja Telwane from Rotary Club of Mumbai Greens, leading Nuvo Consultancy, guiding businesses with clarity and strategic insight. She enables organization to evolve thoughtfully and sustainably. Next we have Rotarian Pranit Nahate from Rotary Club of Bombay Bayview, founder of Pranit Nahate Bespoke Jewelry, crafting elegance with precision and trust. Each creation reflects artistry combined with meticulous craftsmanship. Next we have Rotarian Prashant Patil from Rotary Club of Palghar, representing SP Vision Plast, contributing to industry through innovation and resilience. His enterprise supports manufacturing growth with disciplined execution. Next we have Rotarian Rajendran Unnikrishnan from Rotary Club of Mumbai Daisar, leading Anisha Engineering, delivering engineering solutions with reliability. His work strengthens operational efficiency across sectors. Next we have Rotarian Rakesh Mishra from Rotary Club of Boisar, Tarapur, founder of Gayatri Enterprise, strengthening supply chains with commitment and credibility. His enterprise underscores the importance of dependable partnerships in business. Next we have Rotarian Ranjit Bijur from the Rotary Club of Daisar, representing British learning, shaping futures through education and empowerment. His institution equips students with knowledge and confidence for global opportunities. Anish. Thank you so much to all the recipients.
Let's give them a big hand.
Listen, वहाँ पे बोलो ये एक एक्स्ट्रा सर्टिफिकेट पड़ी है ना, वो लेके आओ राजेश दुबे का, भूल गई हूँ, उसको कोई भी सर्टिफिकेट दे दो, वो साइड जाके बोलो. Next time calling you. Next we have Rotarian Rajesh Dubey from Rotary Club of Mumbai South Cuff Parade. कोई भी certificate. Take it back. Next we have Rotarian Rupen and Neha Doshi from Rotary Club of Bombay Pier, founder of Future Tech, bridging today's needs with tomorrow's solutions. As a headhunter, they connect talent with opportunities, strengthening leadership pipelines. Next we have Rotarian Sapnesh Neema from the Rotary Club of Mumbai Mulund South, representing Neema events, bringing people together with professionalism and flair. His work creates platforms for collaboration and meaningful engagement. They deserve a much bigger round of applause, friends. Rotarian Shashank Thakre from the Rotary Club of Vada, leading Real Academy, committed to education that transforms lives. His academy nurtures potential and builds disciplined learners. Next we have Rotarian Suhit Javeri from the Rotary Club of Bombay Pier, representing Suhit Javeri and Company, offering trusted financial expertise with integrity. His advisory services help clients make informed and ethical financial decisions. Rotarian Suhit Javeri. Rotarian Suresh Naidu from the Rotary Club of Mumbai National Park, leading Alpha Office Solutions, enabling workplaces to function efficiently and ethically. His solutions enhance productivity through smart operational support. Next we have Rotarian Tahera Manviwala from Rotary Club of Bombay, founder of TDT Legal, upholding justice with professionalism and principle. Her legal practice stands firmly on ethical counsel and diligence. Next we have Rotarian Vannamali Ramaswamy from the Rotary Club of Bombay Powai, representing RL Technologies Private Limited, innovating responsibly in the tech ecosystem. His enterprise contributes to digital growth with structured systems and reliability. Last but not the least, we now have Rotarian Vijay Rao Kawale from the Rotary Club of Addiction Prevention 3141, leading Engine Experiences Private Limited, bringing strategic vision to experiential engagement. With deep expertise in cybersecurity, he safeguards digital environments with vigilance and foresight. Thank you so much, and now let's have one more thunderous round of applause for everybody. Yes, thank you so much, everybody.
Hello. Thank you very much. Dr. Manish Motwani, you may sit and get up again. I'm giving you that liberty. I would like to request the presence of our Rotary International President's representative to give us your statements on what you observed. But before that, I would like to call upon, no, you can come here. I want you to come. Okay. I would like to call upon past District Governor Shashi Kumar Sharma. Resolutions? Any resolutions which have been passed in the COG gets public appearance here. So, PDG Shashi Kumar Sharma would like to give his observations on that.
Good evening, fellow Rotarian. It gives me immense pleasure to propose resolutions as your Rotary worker to adopt the following resolutions. Almighty God, for the smooth conduction of this district conference called District On for last 2 days. RI President Francisco Rizzo and Anne Maria for deputing RID Daniel Tanase and Anne Marlina as their representative. RIPR Daniel Tanase and Anne Marlina to be with us for 2 days and inspiring us all by his speeches and their humility. All speakers and panelists for their speeches, their thought, and that to a good take home for all of us. All vocational awardee for their gracious presence, blessing from His Holiness Guru Radhenath Swamiji. Excellent talent by the Rotarian during the fashion show yesterday, which we all witnessed. Presence of RFP team from Canada, conference convener, where is Mr. J. Ganesh, and his team for giving us this wonderful Dristikon conference. President Kashmira and member and Anne of Rotary Club of Mulund Hillview for ably hosting this Dristikon conference. We wish to place on record Jhankar as MOC for smooth conducting of this particular conference. Where is Jhankar? First Lady Mehak, inspired DG Dr. Manish for giving us, with his planning, his vision, a Dristikon which make a huge difference for all of us. The above resolution were passed today, on this day, Sunday, 8th of February at Sahara Star. Thank you very much.
RIPR, Mr. Daniel, you can go back and report the Dristikon. And what would you report? We are eager to listen.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Dear friends, we had the pleasure to share together the last 2 days, 2 amazing days, and it deserves to be mentioned that we had some world-class speakers on this stage, and we have excellent panels with experts in financial markets, economy, pharma, technology and high tech. We had people from arts, celebrities from Bollywood. So it was an excellent event, rich in content. But it's not only about the richness in content. We had lots of fun. We danced together. We played drums. We enjoyed together a fabulous fashion show last evening. So in terms of the number of attenders, richness of program, diversity, this was more than a district conference. This stays in line with the most successful Rotary Zone Institutes. And I congratulate Convener Ganesh, our excellent moderator, Jhankar, District Governor Manish, and I will be pleased next week to send my excellent feedback to President Francesco about your conference. Now, even if it's my first time and Marlena's first time in India and Mumbai, and our first opportunity to meet you in such an event, I know that the success story of your district does not begin here. The success story of your district started many years ago. And I'm very happy to have in this room past district governors who contributed to the success story of your district together with their teams and with you. the members of this district. It's maybe important to say that for us, and I speak now as a past district governor, our mission does not end until our followers are more successful than us. And I think we can see that in your district. And it's not only about honoring the past, but I had the chance to know more about the incoming governors, about what they think and what they feel. And I tell you that the future of your district looks bright. And if we are honoring the past and we are confident in the future, we are here with the present. And I'm most grateful to you for selecting such a charismatic leader as the governor of your district. And I'm very happy to see his family around you. You saw Mahek came here. I was pleased to see Tanya and continue to support him because you help him to recharge his batteries. And I also was very happy to see his parents in the room all the time. I learned that the district governor father joined Rotary when he was 3 years old. So he gave him a chance to be raised in a Rotary environment. And I'm addressing now his parents. Continue to support him because you are his inspiration. And looking to you, and I saw more than 1,000 people in this room these days, I can see more than a district. You are more than a district. You are a family. So each time the governor needs you, support him. Because at the end of the day, it's not the governor who brings new members in your clubs. Each of us can invite a friend to become a member. And it's not the governor who implements the projects of your district. You must help him. And it's not the governor who will achieve the ambitious goals of donating to the Rotary Foundation. It's about how you raise funds and how you contribute. So you selected him, now support him to achieve the objectives by the end of this year. And this will be a very solid basis for the incoming governors. Now, I have a very special feeling in front of you. Because with more than 65 AKS members, with more than $20 million in the Rotary projects you implement each year, and with these ambitious goals for donating to the Rotary Foundation, you had 3 million plus now, and I heard that your goals are 6, 7, maybe more. We think that even if we recognize and we respect every district in this world, you achieve in 1 year more than most of the districts can achieve during their entire existence. So you are really exceptional. It's not because I say it and you know it, and President Francesco knows it. You are exceptional. But I wonder how you do it, because you have some kind of relaxation, some kind of a special state. So you do great things and you seem to be balanced emotionally, relaxed. And I remember, because we had a presentation about arts maybe 20 minutes ago, and in my country, my home country, Romania, we had a very talented artist, a sculptor. And he was a pioneer in modernism. And at the time, people was amazed by how creative he is. And in an interview, he was asked, how comes that you are so creative? And he answered almost immediately. He said, well, it's not difficult to be creative and it's not difficult to create. What is difficult is getting yourself in that special state of mind that makes you able to create. And I remembered this, and I think this is one of your strengths. I don't know how you did it, but you have some kind of collective thinking, and you got into that special state of mind that makes you exceptional. And there is no other way to close my speech than to say, stay focused on your ambitious goals. So keep your eyes on your goals. Keep your fire in your hearts. Continue to rise, because you can, and continue to inspire. You are exceptional. Thank you. And now I will ask Marlena to come on stage and help me to do something.
Hello.
Okay.
Wow.
So thank you so much for all that you did for us. And it's a pleasure for me to offer the flag of my club. Thank you. And a symbolic gift for the two of you. Thank you. And also, I have to extend my gratitude to our aides, Sunil and Shilpi, and I invite you on the stage, please, Sunil. They took care of us at every step. And Marlena and I have been aides in the past, including for President Jan Reisley. At some point, it was a beautiful experience. And we know that this job in Rotary is not always easy. So thank you for everything. Yeah, this is the flag of of my club, and the symbolic gift for you. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much, dear friend. Now, back to the district governor. Thank you.
District Governor, there is something from our side, from your side, for Daniel and Marlena. May I please? Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Danielle and Marlena. You have... Yeah. We would like to hear a few lines from our district governor about the proceedings for the last 2 days.
So friends, I've got the last 25 minutes to speak. So let me start. So friends, I would like to sum up this conference by something which I really feel from the bottom of my heart. We have named this year as Inspire Year, and I would like to say something which had really inspired me. So friends, you all have heard this at every installation. You've heard this yesterday too. 1 minute left. I'll complete in 1 minute, Deepak. Thank you so much. And friends, this is something that comes from the bottom of my heart. Where visions become reality and dreams come true. Where you do good and good comes back to you. जहां इंतजार कर रही होगी दुनिया for me and you. Welcome to the world that inspires me and you. दिन होंगे opportunities और रातें occasions. Projects होंगे impactful और बेशुमार celebrations. कितना खूबसूरत होगा 25-26 for me and you. Welcome to the world that inspires me and you. Foundation के नए world record बनाएंगे. बरसों याद रहे कुछ ऐसा कर जाएंगे. कितना खूबसूरत होगा 25-26 for me and you. Welcome to the world that inspires me and you. So friends, for the last time, before the close of this conference, come on, rise my friends, and let's repeat what I want you to repeat in presence of our RI dignitaries. You know what I'm going to say? But repeat after me, especially Lata. Repeat after me. And no one else speaks on the mic. It's only me. Come on, friends. Eyes on goals. Heart on fire. Let's rise. Let's inspire. And friends, here I and Mahek take a bow. Thank you so much, my friends, for giving us this lovely conference. It is not the content, it is not Jankar, it is not me, it's not Hillview, it is not the district team. It is you all who have made this district conference a success. Absolutely. Thank you so much, my friends. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very, very much. And thank you very much, Danielle and Marlena, for gracing this. I don't want you to leave, District Governor. And we have really punished you for the last 2 days for coming up and down. I do not know how many steps have you climbed up and down. So we have this formality where we would like to formally propose a vote of thanks through the president of the host club, and I would like to have charming Kashmira. Before Kashmira comes on the stage, ladies and gentlemen, it's extremely necessary for us to understand that this magnum opus that was created, this lit up auditorium, the sound system, the music that followed, and the synchronization and the coordination of everything that happened on the stage to make it look as if it was a Bollywood scene. We are not professionals. There are bound to be certain mistakes. I am not one. This is the first time I'm doing something like this. But for which I would like to please pay my homage and also my gratitude to the team Abhishek. I want you to please raise your hands. Abhishek, Shubham, Diptesh, Ritika, whoever, wherever you are, a personal thank you from all of us to make this conference a success without any glitches. Thank you so much.
Before we proceed, friends, I need just 2 minutes as a mark of respect to the club who has given us this lovely conference. 2 minutes, please be seated. Only 2 minutes. Each one of you all, please be seated only for 2 minutes. Kashmira, here you go.
Can we have the mic here?
Dear all, I am honored and privileged to propose the vote of thanks for Drishtikon. First, sincere thanks to our district governor, Dr. Manish Motwani, and First Lady Mahek Motwani, whose wisdom, leadership, and Drishtikon have truly brought this conference to life. As a president of Rotary Club of Mulund Hillview, I personally couldn't thank you more. This entire event became the opportunity to us and learn and we showcase our capabilities as a club. On behalf of all our club members, we want to say you, we are proud of you. We extend our heartfelt appreciation to our Rotary International representative, Daniel Tanase and Manlina. Thank you so much for coming. Behind every successful event, it's always a dedicated team. I would like to specially acknowledge the conference core team members, KKG, please rise. Sunil Haribal ji, Jankar ji, thank you. Arvind Gadia ji, Kishore bhai, thank you so much. And I want to thank our district inner core team, all CCs and inner core team. You guys are rock stars. We need to acknowledge the support of Mini Khosla ji, Jagruti Parekh, C.K. Mohan ji, Shelja Chaudhary, Neelam Gada, Sanjay Agarwal, Rajesh Shroff and his team. And special thanks to Mayuri and Hira Chanji for helping us to line up the speakers. I would also like to thank all our aides to being wonderful hosts and taking care of invited guests. We also want to thank the backstage team. Thank you so much. And special thanks to Khuzan and Unning Krishnanji for helping us for the sponsors and the stalls. Now, I would like to invite all my club members to join me on the stage. Hill viewers, please come on the stage.
They can join, of course. There are only 5 lucky draw prizes to be given out. May I please ask you to pick up 5 numbers and give it to the governor?
Yes.
Yeah, fast. 5 numbers at the same time.
2355. 2272. 11 बोलो. 2227. 2336. नंबर बोलिए. 111. Okay.
Any 5 people who can run up to the stage first will get the 5 prizes.
Yes.
अरे भागो. Okay, you got it. All of you got it. I don't think there was a better and a faster lucky draw in life. अरे आ गए, सबको आ गया. चलो सबको दे दो एक-एक कुछ-कुछ. अच्छा इनको दे दो, आप दे दो. प्रेसिडेंट है आप. हाँ. अरे दे दो, सबको दे दो. अब ये भी भाग कर आ गया. ये तो चल के आ गए भाई. चलिए चलिए फटाफट फटाफट भैया.
गवर्नर देंगे ना.
दी जाइए. किसका है भाई? और भी है ना? वो तो चल के आए थे.
दे रहे ना बीच में ये लाने. ससुर या सास? ससुर.
ये भैया. इसका आधा आधा कर ले. हाँ? आप ले लो भैया. Is there one more gift?
Yeah.
Any? Oh, there you are. Okay.
So you really inspire.
The fastest lucky draw ever. Okay.
Guys, big round of applause to all the Hillviers. Yes, I'm calling on them. And I would also like to use this opportunity to express my love and gratitude to my friend, philosopher and guide, and my husband, my spouse, Amit Ganatra. Amit, please come on the stage.
Tanya, madam, excuse me, Madam Tanya, please join us over here.